We are here in the house of Mylene, a very good friend of mine, and her husband, Patrick. Woo! This house, they bought it. So this is a mortgage. And I'm very curious kung paano ba maka-mortgage yung mga Pilipinong katulad natin. Ano bang arte? Can you walk us through getting a mortgage here in the UK? What's the first step that you did?
Siguro find your home. Set your budget.
Yes.
Usually 4 times of your annual salary, and that amount would be your pwede mo i-mortgage. So for example, annual salary mo, let's say 30
Okay.
times 4, 120. Yung 120 na yun yung mga price ng bahay na pwede.
Grabe naman, wala akong ma-afford sa sweldo ko ngayon.
If you have a partner, let's say 30,
Okay.
so dalawa kayo, 60 times 4, yun na yung worth ng ano mo.
So for example, my partner ako, tas 30,000 kami per year.
Both
So 120 times 2,
times
240.
So,
Pero yung mga
240
houses usually is 400, 300, 400, di ba?
Hindi ko lang sure ulit
100,000.
if times 4 or times 5. Pero there's always a house for you. Meron naman mga 2-bedroom flats na around 240, 260.
Oo. Pero di ba dalawa yung common, yung shared ownership na mas mura, pero ito yung ginawa nyo is the full
mortgage. Pero ano lang siya, 5%. Usually, 10% yung down. Kami, 5% kasi hindi namin afford yun.
Pero di ba parang pag 5%, less ang chances nyo na ma-approve?
Hindi naman. Kasi mataas yung interest rate ngayon. So, meaning yung mga bangko, naghahanap talaga ng mga gustong manghiram. Pero depende rin kasi si Mylene, yung job niya is very secured. Yung akin, parang nagpo-float lang rin, pero somewhat secured rin naman. So, yun ang first step. Find your own price range niyo na bahay. Next is talk to a mortgage advisor. Find a very good mortgage advisor kasi siya maghanap ng magandang rate for your mortgage. I-advise niya kung magkano yung kaya niyo. Kasi tatanungin ka about ginagastasan mo sa bahay, meron ka ba mga utang ngayon, credit score mo, maganda ba?
Pero magkano ang mortgage advisor?
Yung amin, si Steven, 299 ata from the application up until na-close namin yung sale ng bahay. One-time payment for one application. Nag-offer siya sa amin na if ma-fail tayo sa first, libre na yung second yun application. Plus, pag bibili ka bahay or any property, kailangan mo na insurance. So sila, magsasuggest na insurance.
Pero kung wala kang mortgage advisor, feeling mo makakaya mo? Parang walang direksyon?
Meron naman, pero kasi pag mortgage advisor, connected siya sa mostly sa lahat ng banks, tsaka sa mga building society, like sa amin, Skipton, yun yung mortgage provider namin. Hindi sila bangko, pero nagpapautang sila for the houses.
Financing, parang ganun. Pero it's an option din. Di ba you can either go to the bank or go to the financing?
From our experience lang, mas mabilis sila mag-approve yung building society. Plus, mas mababa ang interest rate nila compared sa bank na.
Okay.
So, si mortgage advisor, siya talaga yung magko-connect sa'yo with all of the options. Like, based sa documents, i-present niya sa lahat ng lenders. Lahat ng lenders, re-reply, magkano ibibigay nila, at i-approve ka ba. So, ganun. Kung ikaw lang isa, kaya mo naman. Pero punta ka sa bangko,
Feeling ko it makes your life easier na. So, I think it's worth it.
Kukuha ka lang naman ng bahay, just make sure na they would give you advice, the perfect advice. Kasi first time buyer, hindi kami taga rito. So, yung sa mortgage advisor namin, pwede mo ipakita sa kanya, okay ba to sa ganitong price?
Saan kayo nakahanap ng mortgage advisor?
First is may flat dito sa Dartford na gusto namin. Nag-try kami mag-apply, and itong developer na to, si Bellway, sabi niya, hindi ako pwede kasi I'm on a dependent visa and brand new yung bibilhin nyo. Nag-suggest ng mortgage advisor, which is yung current na mortgage advisor namin.
Pero kasi si Mylene, citizen na siya ngayon. May ganun pala talaga. Grabe naman. Just because it's brand new, hindi pwede yung mga immigrant. Charot, joke lang. Tapos after nyo mag-mortgage advisor, so nagpili na kayo ng bahay, tapos nagustuhan nyo na, what's next?
If may gusto na kayong bahay, mag-o-offer na kayo. Kami, nag-viewing kami sa bahay na to. Yung real estate nito is Livermore's. Ikaw mag-o-offer sa real estate agent. Tapos si real estate agent ang magko-communicate. Siya magsasabi kay niya. Kasi kliyente nila to, yung seller. It's better to give a lowball offer first. So, for example, 300 ang bahay. Pwede mo naman sabihin na yung backyard hindi masyado maganda, pero we really like the house. Pwede ba?
Parang i-insultuhin mo muna.
Hindi naman insulto. Kasi may option naman sila na ayusin nila yan bago bibigay sa'yo. Or kung hindi nila ayusin, sige, bawasan na lang natin. Tapos yun yung pang-prepare sa bahay.
Pero magkano ba to siya originally nung nakita nyo yung...
Sa Zoopla or sa Rightmove, ang pricing guide niya is 390 to 400. So, at first, nag-offer kami ng 375. So, ayaw nila ang 375. So, offer kami next 380. Sabi nila, hindi pa rin kaya ang 380. Sige, last offer na namin to. If okay lang ba, meet us halfway. Tapos sabihin mo na, if first time buyer ka, wala kang chain. Meaning yan, if mako-complete mo yung end mo with the mortgage, tapos na yun. Wala ka nang hintayin from your end. Kasi unlike ako, bibili ako ng bahay. May current pala akong bahay. Ibebenta ko pa yun bago tayo magko-complete. So, yun, after offer, if a-accept nila, parang I forgot the term. Pero dapat medyo smart ka rin around with choosing a house or if mag-offer ka. Kasi one tip is, in my experience, kasi itong bahay na to, on sale na siya for more than 8 months. Hindi na yun maganda para sa kanila. Kasi yung first price niya nito is around 410 to 420. Tapos, binabaan nila ng 400 to 410. Wala pa rin. So, offer nila 390 to 400. Within those months, wala pa rin nag-offer. So, if maglo-lowball ka sa kanila, pag-iisipan nila yan.
Kasi nga, ang tagal na sa market tapos hindi pa nabebenta.
So, yun. So, yun. After that one, if nag-agree na kayo, si seller at si buyer, yung si sales agent, i-update na yung status ng bahay sa Zoopla or sa Rightmove na sold, tapos STC.
Kahit wala pang bayad yan, hindi
pa.
ka pa nagbayad.
Wala. Ano yun? Sold STC, subject to contract. So, basically, may parang binding agreement na kayo na bibilhin ko ang bahay, mag-process na tayo ng documents.
Pwede ka pang mag-ano niyan, like for example, okay, nag-agree kayo, pero mag-back out.
Pwede. Hanggang hindi kayo nakapag-exchange contract. Kung mag-exchange contract na kayo, yun yung time na hindi ka na makakapag-pull out.
Kasi magsa-sign na kayo.
Sign na. Tapos magbibigay na yung deposit. If doon ka magbaback out, yung down payment mo, mawawater yun.
Matitiway.
It's a tedious process talaga ang buying. There's a lot of check. Like, kailangan mo mag-survey. You have to hire a surveyor. Pero yung mortgage advisor ko, siya na nagsasuggest ng surveyor ko.
So magkano binayad niyo sa surveyor?
Survey around 1,000.
So wait, this is after kang nagbayad ng down payment?
Before ka mag-down payment, kailangan mong i-make sure na, like the survey would check if
yung mga sewage,
if flood-prone area, ganun. May report sila yung bibigay sa'yo. And then, check mo, if okay sa'yo, then si mortgage advisor na rin bahala nun.
1,000 pounds, is it like a general amount? Or merong mas mahal, merong...
May mas mura. May levels level 1, level 2, level 3. So, level 3 yung kinuha namin kasi parang whole house inside.
Tapos, di ba old house, dapat talaga magkuha ng magandang surveyor.
Kuha talaga. It's not optional. Required talaga surveyor.
Required talaga siya. If you're not happy with the house, and then you paid already 1,000 pounds to the surveyor. Wala. Tiway.
So, let's say, yung bahay na gusto mo is 300. And then, let's say, yung down payment mo, nakaipon ka ng 30,000. It doesn't mean na 30,000 lang yung i-prepare mo. Madami pang cost along the way. May kukuha pa kang lawyer.
Oh, yes. Mortgage advisor, surveyor.
Solicitor.
How much did you pay for the solicitor?
1,700, I think.
1,700! Aray.
So, first, mortgage advisor. If okay na lahat, kailangan mo magkuha ng solicitor or lawyer. Kasi yung solicitor mo, si seller, may solicitor rin. Sila both ang magko-communicate. If may sabihin ni solicitor mo na, kailangan namin yung ganitong documents mo, bigay mo sa kanya.
Okay, so this is all about contract, the house, the property, ganun.
Tapos, mga documents na anong kasali sa bahay. If napag-usapan nyo ba, nakasali ba yung furnitures or kasali ba yung mga...
So, it's part of the contract, like ilalagay lahat. Okay, so 1,700, one-time payment.
All the way hanggang mag-exchange ka ng contract. So,
okay naman yung solicitor nyo. Like, hindi naman mahirap nakausap.
Sakit sa ulo rin. Madami kasi nang hinahawakan ng mga cases. So, if may tatanungin ka sa kanya, minsan, in 2 days, minsan hindi pa nag-reply, kailangan mong i-call or follow up.
Understaffed sila.
Siguro dahil yung in-offer sa amin kasi yun yung cheapest solicitor na nakita ng mortgage advisor namin. So,
wag dun sa cheap, guys.
So, it doesn't mean naman if mas mahal yung solicitor mo, alagaan ka rin. Wala akong experience nun, pero I hear some stories na kahit mahal sila, hindi pa rin. If it's all good na, let's say, documents ko, kompleto, everything signed off, and walang parang chains. Chain means may bibilhin rin siya na bahay, tapos kailangan niyang tapusin yung sale niya. So, if walang issue around it, mag-exchange na kayo ng contract. Mag-agree kayo na kailan ako lilipat, kailan na makukuha yung susi.
Pero yung alam ko dito is natagalan kayong lumipat.
Yes, daming issue.
Anong nangyari doon? Kasi like, di ba hindi pa sila umalis on the said date?
May issue siguro yung seller. Itong path na to, daanan yan. So, disputed yan siya na area. hindi siya originally sa'yo yung land. Two previous owners, parang
Ano?
in-laws niya.
Okay,
Tapos,
okay.
parang tinake-over niya yung ano.
This should be like a public
Daanan.
hallway out.
Wala naman nag-complain. More than 10 years na daw. So, if more than 10
Okay.
years na sa'yo yung land, tapos walang nagreklamo, magpa-file ka ng document.
Mo may
Adverse
own.
possession of land. So,
Oh.
if the land is unused, pwede kang mag-claim nun. And then, yun, natagalan kami doon. And then, si seller, I think parang sinustall niya yung sale. Parang may need kami na document from him. Tapos, nagpadala siya. 1 week wala pa. Parang a few weeks pa bago nakita yung document. 'Di ba? Parang na-homeless kami for like 2 weeks.
Homeless,
Oo. Before kami mag-third week, parang tinakot namin yung seller. Sabihin namin na, pag hindi pa ito makompleto by next week, pull out kami sa sale.
Pero bayad na kayo ng down
Wala
payment.
pa kami kasi hindi pa kayo nakapag-exchange contract
So, pag wala pa yung mga papers,
na exchange.
hindi pa magda-down. Okay.
So sabi namin na, pull out na kami if wala pa to by next week.
Tapos magwi-wait din kayo ng approval from the bank or the financing.
Approve na si bank.
Okay.
Ready na yung bangko niya
So,
kasi
yung mga documents na lang.
na ma-exchange. So yun, parang natakot sila by tomorrow. Sabi nila, okay, approve na tayo. Ganito na si real estate agent. Magsasabi sa'yo na ito na yung day na kailan tayo.
So, yun na okay na yung contract. Nagbayad na kayo ng down payment. How did you pay for the down payment? Send lang sa bank? From your bank account?
Send mo kay solicitor. Lahat ng money, mapupunta sa bangko ni solicitor. Si mortgage lender, si bank, ang pera mapupunta kay solicitor. So, before niya ibibigay yung money sa seller, dapat na-check na ulit yung documents, kontrata, then if all good,
Okay.
release ang money.
What if kung solicitor is a scammer tapos inano niya yung pera?
Hindi, mahirap yan. Meron rin atang the website to check if your solicitor is accredited to handle.
Yung may license talaga. Yung totoo. Yung real.
Kaya mas maganda rin mortgage advisor kasi sila
Sila
magsasuggest.
yung may alam yung mga legit. Okay, so, nag-exchange of contract, nagbayad na ng down payment, tapos naglipat na kayo.
Yes,
Tas-
for after a few days.
Tapos bumili kayo ng furnitures. Or inayos nyo pa ba? Nag-paint pa kayo? Or hindi na?
Pagdating naman sa bahay, sobrang dumi. Yun lang. Naglinis na kami all
pinalinis.
throughout the house. Nag-order online sa mga furnitures. Yun, kasali dapat yun sa cost niya na isipin nyo. Like moving cost.
Oo nga. So, this is the dreaded question. How much did you pay for everything? Like, initial, deposit, and everything? At saka magkano yung monthly nyo?
So, 5% of 385, around, di ba 19? Basta, it's under 20. Tapos,
solicitor
solicitor,
pa,
nasa 21 na tayo. Isipin mo na lang na yung down payment mo, mag-add ka na lang na extra 5,000.
I think, yun din, pag tinatanong ko yung bang tao, usually they will say 4,000 or 5,000 additional na kailangan mong i-prepare kasi nga madami ka pang ibang babayaran. For furnitures, magkano yung nabayaran?
IKEA showroom, 2,000 lang ata. And
Okay.
then, 1,000 for the sofa. So, more or less, another 5,000 isipin mo for the everything inside the house. Yung monthly mortgage is around 1,900. So,
But this is a 2-bed house.
3-bed
Kasi
with
may maliit
backyard.
siya.
May garage din siya extra sa likod. So, you can use it as a storeroom. So,
Garage!
pero madumi.
Oh my gosh,
Separate.
pwede kayong bumili
So-
ng car! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get my own mortgage. Charot. Wala pa akong pera, pero we'll get there. We don't know when. Baka naman manalo ko ng lotto or something. Pero anyway,
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much, Patrick Cups. Very insightful, guys. If you want to buy a house, I hope this helps. Thank you, sir, for the cooperation. If you have questions, comment down below. Tapos, tatanungin ko siya after. Okay!
Good
See
luck.
ya!
Good luck,
Bye-bye!
guys.
Good luck! Wow! Ganda naman ng bahay mo! Welcome! I'm so happy for you! Guys, this is the front area. And this is the toilet. Wow, nice color.
Oh no, she's got that.
Shall we start the party? Yeah. You didn't... So they have a bedroom. Wow. Ang ganda, no? Proper bedroom. Walang electronics, no electronics. Ah.
This is the master's bed.
Oh, okay, wow. Uy, ang ganda. Pinagawa niyo pa to?
Hindi na.
Ay, okay. Nandyan na siya. Pati yung mirror nandyan na. So, wala na kayong iniba dito?
Wala.
Mm.
Feels like whatever.